times you're going to be down this far. You know, they've been backed up all game long. We got 54 seconds to go in the first quarter, a scoreless contest.
Ball's not yet been marked ready to play. If they don't get it, okay, now they've got it. So they will have to snap the ball at least one more time here in this quarter.
Shotgun set, three wide receivers. Booth takes a snap, rolls out right side, and on an out route, he hits Holt Dotson, who spins out of a tackle, but they're able to shove him out of bounds. Will Brown and Hunter Wright were able to get him out of bounds, but not before he gets up the big pickup of about 30 or about 20 yards on the play.
Give the offensive play calling for Abingdon credit there. They had Virginia High thinking run all the way. They've run the ball pretty much every down this drive. So the Cats had homed in on that, and they just found the perfect opportunity to throw it here to the near sideline man wide open for a first down.
32 seconds with the ball going out of bounds. The clock was stopped. This time they hand off to Lucas around the right side. Cooper Gobble makes the tackle, and you'll hear from Cooper at halftime. We interviewed him during Bearcat Sports Chat. We'll have him as our Cats 360 interview. As
clock failed to start on that snap there. So I think the refs are going to hold the ball here just a second now. They're going to let them play on.
Same difference, right?
Yep.
Gabe Booth takes the high snap, throws it out wide and incomplete. Intended for River Carter. Just wide as he laid out trying to make it. Wouldn't have been enough for the first down. It would have been about the 8-yard line. Would have needed about 4 more to get the first. 11.8 seconds on the clock.
All right, chance for the Cat defense to stand tall right here.
3rd down and 12. It's going to be even more interesting if they pass it here and it's incomplete. Then you won't have the break to talk about the play. I almost think you run it here just because you have the quarter to talk.
Ball's on the ground.
It's fumbled. They throw out wide, though, as he picked it back up. And a missed tackle in space and falling into the end zone for a Abingdon touchdown on the far side. Try to get the number. I believe it was River Carter.
Yeah, those metallic tinfoil numbers a little bit hard to see. But there again, the same play in which they converted on 4th down just a minute ago. Nobody's covering a receiver right there, just wide open underneath.
And an 11-yard TD pass.
Zone, touchdown, Abingdon 6-0 with 2 seconds remaining in the first quarter. All set up but the Stevie Thomas muffed punt return. Falcons on for the extra point attempt. There's the count, snap, the hold, the kick gets up through, and good. New score, 2 seconds remaining in the quarter. Abingdon Falcons 7, Virginia High Bearcats 0.
Yeah, that is Graham Griffin putting through his 17th of 19 attempts on extra points this year. Abingdon up 7-0 with 2 seconds to go in the first quarter. So a big turn here after a defense that dominated the first 8 or so minutes of that quarter.
Yeah, like I say, the muff punt, those are the kind of things, though, that do change a game. If you're the Cats, though, you're still in this, just down 1 score. Very odd first quarter in the fact the Cats just had the 1 possession. Falcons only getting the ball twice, so the Cats will get it back.
Well, the mock, if you're going to count the punt as a
I'm not sure. That's where I'm confused.
I think it's
if it's a muff, does Virginia High ever gain possession?
Yeah. Well, I don't know. I think it's just, who knows? Might have to look that one up, man.
Right.
So we'll have a State Line Motors kickoff coming up. Again, 2 seconds left here in the first quarter after Abingdon takes advantage of the Stevie Thomas dropped punt. And it was one of those. It wasn't in the air. It had already hit and rolled a couple of feet, a couple of yards for that matter, and that Abingdon defense was converging, right, and he tried to pick it up and go.
3 Falcons standing there on top of him. That's all right. Hey, that mistake, it's over and done with. That's all we can do now is move on to the next play, and the Cats will get the ball back.
Tough break, though, for them, just the defense in general for the way they played in the first half in the field position battle. As they'll kick it to Stevie along the left side of that sideline on the far side. Stevie hit hard at around the 17-yard line. And that is where the Bearcat offense will take over when we get back to action here for the second quarter. As we'll have the State Line Motors second quarter coming up after this break. 7-0, Abingdon leading the Bearcats of Virginia High. We'll flip sides of the field and get back to it here from Bristol.
Listen to Virginia High School football on your computer or mobile device at Spreaker.com/Bearcat Radio. You're listening to the best high school football in the Tri-Cities on the Bearcat Sports Radio Network.
Titans go! When the team Titans go to the movies, they know the best way to travel is safely.
Hollywood, here we come!
Road trip!
And you know it's super.
To keep your child safe, be sure to use the right car seat for their age and size.
Exactly.
Know you're feeling.
We're finally on the big screen.
Have a seat, my dude.
For more information on finding the right seat, visit nhtsa.gov/the right seat.
Gotcha. That's a wise move.
It's an upbeat.
Brought to you by the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration and the Ad Council.
Bearcat Radio is brought to you by State Line Motors. Visit State Line Motors on Euclid Avenue in Bristol.
Adopting a new pet is a rewarding experience. And Shelter Pets makes super pets. Your new best friend will steal your heart, bring you happiness, and enrich your life for years to come. You can make a difference in the life of an animal. Adopt and bring home a Shelter Pet today. To find out more, visit theshelterpetproject.org. This message has been brought to you by the Humane Society of the United States, Maddie's Fund, and the Ad Council.
Welcome back as we're set to start the State Line Motors second quarter. Jamie Lathrop hands off to Michael Bradley, and he gets about 3 yards as we get going here in the second quarter. Definitely an odd sequence there. They had the golf team out, but they had already blown the whistle for play here in the second quarter, and the golfers were standing at the goal line. And everybody was just kind of wondering what was going to happen there for a couple of minutes.
Somebody had some things crossed up. I don't know if the officials were confused or either way. It's a positive play on first down pickup. Actually, of about 4 yards. So second down and 6 now for.
If we'd have snapped that, I wonder if we could have lobbed it up to one of the golfers in the back of the end zone.
They play for the Cats.
4 wide receivers in the formation. Rose gets a big block as they'll just run straight ahead. And this time it's actually not Jamie at quarterback. It is Michael Bradley at quarterback. So Bradley is now into the game there. You got to wonder. I don't see Jamie on the field. So you have to wonder if Jamie is back in the locker room. You know, we're talking about that ankle.
He's here on the sidelines. We got him.
Oh, you've spotted him.
Yep.
Oh, I see him. Yeah, he's up. 3 wide receivers right side. 1 off to the left, and Bradley takes a snap and tries to just keep along the left side. And not a lot of room to run as Abingdon closed down on it. It's 4th down. So this really makes you wonder what's going on, if it's that ankle starting to bother him or what here. As the Bearcats will be forced to punt, it looks like. 3 and out.
Yeah, not what you wanted for sure. Jamie's not getting it. Not getting any attention or anything on the sideline. So yeah, not sure what's going on there. Cats are lined up to punt. Colton Ratcliffe on. Kicked the ball away for Virginia High. Again, those numbers hard to see. Can't tell who's out there to return.
That is
the ball
River
from
Carter.
Abingdon. Yep, River Carter. We think that is who scored that
15,
touchdown there.
Under pressure, Ratcliffe gets the punt off. It's a nice one. It'll hit around the 38, but not a favorable bounce. It just kind of hits and dies like when Travis hits a pitching wedge. He wishes his pitching wedge would land that soft, but it hits it around the 42. That's where Abingdon will take back over. So now you have to wonder.
Good for me today.
Now you have to wonder. Okay, Michael Bradley with this offense is pretty vanilla as far as the play calling. We saw 3 straight quarterback runs. Keepers.
Yeah, again, don't really know what was going on there unless they just wanted to catch Abingdon off guard a little bit.
And you probably knew that Coach Ambergy knows that, even though Michael Bradley last year at quarterback was 4 for 4 with 1 TD whenever he did play.
So the Cat defense in a tight spot again.
Abingdon at their own 43-yard line as they'll snap it and hand off yet again to Martin Lucas, and he is dropped right at the line of scrimmage. That's been a big key, is getting these early down stops and hold them to minimum yardage, and it's going to bring up second down and 10.
Again, Cats got burned twice on that last drive by the Falcons, just a little dump pass over the middle. So if they can work on that, keep covering this run game the way they have, they got a good chance to get off the field here. Second down, and we'll call it 9.5.
So second down and long. 3 wide receivers in this formation. Lucas in the sidecar as they'll run the jet sweep off to the left side to River Carter, and he's got a first down and more across the 40 and inside the 40-yard line. A gain of about 25 there for Abingdon, and it's a first down as they're back across the 50 yet again.
Will Brown, the cat, on the tackle there, but big gain for Abingdon, bring up a 1st and 10. Now all the way down at the Virginia High 35-yard line.
Score update for you. Marion's up 24-0 on Gate City with 5.5 to go in the second quarter.
Wow.
They'll run another jet sweep to Carter off the edge. You had to cut back to avoid a defender, and it looks like he's going to be dropped for a loss of about 5, maybe 6. Nice lateral quickness by that Bearcat defense. There was about 6 or 7 guys over there to stop that play in the process. Of course, the big game at Ernie Hicks tonight, the rivalry game, the backyard brawl. Trying to find a score update for that one. That's an interesting game, especially if Tazewell plays the way they did a couple of weeks ago. Or back when we saw them, they have some athletes. 2nd down and 15, and another tackle right at the line of scrimmage. Cooper, Gobble, and Watkins that time there to clean up Martin Lucas on the carry.
First quarter, Lehigh and Union tied at 0.
Richland 7, Tazewell nothing at the end of the first quarter. So
wow.
Interesting. 3rd down and 15 here as Abingdon's into Bearcat territory at the 39-yard line. They have to get it down to the 25 to get the first. They drop back to pass. Bazell knocks it away.
Oh, man, they're going to get him on
Hits it off the
interference.
end of his finger, knocks it down, but they're going to say he made contact with Holt Dodson while he was trying to converge to it, but I didn't see a whole lot of contact there.
I did not. No, he just kind of reached over the top and knocked the ball away, but they're going to get him on a pass interference.
They're not complaining because we've seen a lot of calls. There's been a lot of flags early in this ball game. Abingdon had the flag bug there for a minute, but for the first couple of minutes, but now the Bearcats give up the first down. That's a big one. It was 3rd down and 15.
2 penalties apiece in the game now. That's the second one on Virginia High. 2 holding penalties on Abingdon. We now have a procedure penalty and now pass interference on the Cats.
And
so
both teams
first
with
down.
a turnover, too, in tonight's game so far, both in the first quarter. Abingdon inside the Bearcat 25-yard line, and we have a timeout called by
Abingdon.
Nope, by Virginia High.
Oh, sorry, yeah.
Coach Chris will burn his second timeout of the first half. Abingdon leads 7-0 with 8:14 to go. Maybe just not lined up correctly on that possession.
Take a last score update on Graham, up 7-0 on Lebanon.
How long ago was that?
Quite some time back in real time, I believe. So.
All right, so here's your update, not a score update, but just a situational update. Richlands was driving into Tazewell territory, and Race Moore, the quarterback, intercepted at the 10-yard line by Tazewell, so they're going to have the ball coming back the other way.
Vikings lead Cott County 6-0. Pretty early going there, midway through the first quarter. Tennessee High went for 2. Conversion was no good. Let's go back to the golf team. We were talking about being honored there at the end of the first quarter. Pretty successful week for those guys.
Yeah, qualified for state. They'll be playing in the state tournament, or state championship tournament on Tuesday. So it'll be this exciting time to be a Bearcat, led by Gavin Austin, who this time last year was just getting started playing golf.
Wow.
He shot an 81 a couple of days ago to qualify. He was going to qualify regardless, but the team ended up qualifying. That's a young group, as this time Booth on the keeper along the right side, stiff arms Will Brown and pushes him out of bounds. Brown not happy, thought he was getting face masked in the process as he took him out of bounds at the 2-yard line. About 23 yards there on the carry by Booth. No flag.
Yeah, clearly a hold out on the edge by Abingdon there, too, that didn't get called. But first and goal now for Falcons.
From the 2-yard line. So what a turn of events in this football game. From the first quarter over, as they'll try to hand off right side, reaching up and being met at the line of scrimmage is Martin Lucas. He almost lost the ball.
Yeah, it was dangerous, kind of one-handing that ball and trying to reach it across the goal line.
Colton
Catch.
Ratcliffe tried to pick it